Hi there Pisces, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your monthly intuitive tarot reading for September. Pisces, let's get started. We've got plenty of cards here. What I will be doing first is choosing you an overarching energy from the Rider-Waite deck. We will then move into the oracle cards and then get out your tarot story. So I'll get shuffling here and see what that overarching energy is for you for September. No, I want that one card direct fall or flip. That's my indication that it is the energy, and there it goes. We have the Five of Wands. Now it's an interesting energy, guys. I mean, this can be the energy of pettiness. It can be the energy of, you know, gossip or office politics, that kind of thing. But what I notice most in this card when it comes out is that these are the wands, and it stands for our energy, our personal power. And here we have people using that in very unconstructive ways. You know, this is a number 5. It is a card of conflict, of stress and tension. However, number 5 in tarot is also the number of change. So when I see the 5s, I always say it is, you know, change that transmutes these kinds of situations. So we'll see where that's all heading. I do have the sun at the bottom of the deck as that comes out. You know, I'll include that. I really feel that whatever this is, you know, the worst is over and now you are moving into a much more positive chapter. I mean, the sun really is the most positive card in the tarot deck, and it generally comes into a reading when somebody has overcome challenges. So maybe that is your theme for the month, you know, overcoming some kind of challenge, some kind of stress. Let's go through the Sacred Power reading cards, Pisces. It's jumping out. Rest. Yeah, I mean, if you have been through a challenging time, rest can be, you know, very much what you need at the moment. And sometimes our biggest moments of insight, they come in the stillness, when we take that time to pause, to breathe, to recalibrate. Sacred wisdom. Exactly, you know, that's when we can hear our sacred wisdom in the moments of stillness, in the moments of silence. That's when the path forward is revealed. Okay, beautiful start here. Let's go to the Work Your Light Oracle here, Pisces. Can we have a message for Pisces, please? Stop. Deep replenishment. Retreat, rest, be held. What can I say, Pisces? The message always comes out perfectly. You are being asked to pause this month, or to at least take a deeper sense of self-care, you know, really taking the rest that you need to reconnect with yourself. So rest, deep replenishment, to connect with your sacred wisdom, your sacred wisdom. We've pretty much got 2 double ups here. You know, Buddha, guys, you know, this, my channel is outside of any sort of religious beliefs, you know, it goes beyond that. Really, the Buddha is the concept that, you know, the wisdom that you are seeking, the truth, the answers, they are within you. And we can watch, you know, the tarot readings, we can talk to our family and friends, we can look externally to a certain degree. However, that generally just provides us with the confirmation for what we already know within. So, you know, when we really have, you know, an answer that we need, or a problem that we need to see, to solve, sorry, it really is time to go into hermit mode, right? To rest, to recalibrate, to uncover our internal wisdom, the Buddha within. So that is the theme that is coming through loud and clear at the moment, that maybe you are needing to retreat within to access your own wisdom, maybe to overcome a challenge, or at least to, you know, get onto the positive path forward. Pisces, let's get the tarot story out, see where this is all going. So I'm going to shuffle until the first card falls or flips. We'll then have your present energy, 7 of Cups, and now we'll choose the other energies for you. I want the blocks and challenges. Oh, 7 of Swords. Okay, well, there has been a challenging time, double 7s here. What is the advice from Spirit or Tarot? Rest, pause, replenish. Four of Swords, guys. The message is always perfect. Let's get out your outcome energy. The Lovers. Okay. There might be a big decision that you need to make. Let's clarify this. I'm interested to see what angle is going to be put on this reading for you, Pisces. Okay. Let's clarify the Seven of Cups, please. The Hierophant, okay. Operating in the realm of one of our big institutions, committed relationship, marriage, work, or study. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. The Lovers. So you can see the magic of tarot in this reading, guys, how there is a message that wants to come through, and often we will have the repeated cards, the repeated themes. This is something that happens in particular in the personal readings, you know, where the message really is very, very clear. Okay, we have advice from Spirit or Tarot. We have the Four of Swords with the Empress. What a beautiful energy, guys. There is a new path forward, a new creation here for you. You know, it's on the other side of whatever the situation is that is potentially not in alignment for you anymore. Let's clarify the Lovers. Five of Swords. Guess what's at the bottom of the deck, guys, of this one? The Four of Swords. Okay, we have a lot of repetition here in this reading. The message is fairly clear. Let's get started to read this for you, Pisces. Starting here in the present energy, and it can be sort of the recent past as well, what has kind of created the energetic conditions for what you are currently journeying. I have the Seven of Cups and I have the energy of the Hierophant. The energy of the Hierophant usually stands for the big settings in life, guys. Committed, you know, committed relationship or marriage, our place of work or study. It's generally the institutionalized settings. I was just getting distracted there, realizing that this is number 5 in the major arcana. We have 3 fives in this reading. I did actually see the Five of Swords when very early on when I picked up the Rider-Waite for you guys as well. So there really is a theme here of feeling conflicted in one of these big areas of your life and needing to bring some great change to it. So that is the fives for me. The Hierophant also asks you to have faith during this process. Have faith, because the abundance and blessings of the Empress are coming for you. But at the moment, Pisces, I can see that maybe you're in a state of confusion. Maybe you're not too sure which way to turn, or maybe you just have a gut feeling that all is not what it seems in the setting, you know, because we've got the Seven of Swords in this reading, but you're not too sure yet, you know, there's no kind of clarity on that. That's what the Seven of Cups can show us, you know, not having the clarity, being in a bit of an illusion. It is also my card of hollow promises. You might be dealing with somebody who has made certain promises or said certain things to you, but you're not seeing the follow through. You're not seeing the materializing of, you know, what has kind of been put out there for creation with words. So that's what I see here. It can also be the card of kind of temptation or following the ego, you know, pursuing and following things that maybe, you know, it looked great on the outside, but potentially there's another story playing out underneath. You know, all that glitters is not gold. And, you know, we're seeing beyond the surface here this month in a situation. So that's what I'm seeing here, guys, you know. And the thing about the Hierophant is an energy too. You know, this really asks you to consider, you know, whether a situation is in alignment with your true and honest values. So, for example, the Hierophant is a card of tradition, and it generally stands for the values that have been imposed on us by those settings, you know, maybe by a partner or a series of relationships we've had, by our parents, you know, the rules and regulations of a workplace, all of these kinds of things. And often there comes a time in life where it's like, actually, I really now know who I am, and I can see that certain situations aren't in alignment, and I want to march to the beat of my own drum. And then we kind of go on a bit of a quest to find that. And it's often when we have that awakening, when we realize that things don't fit, that's when the tensions rise, right? We kind of fall out with people sometimes. We have different opinions, and when we voice them, all of a sudden people are not used to us having a voice, sharing it, having a different opinion. So this is how this could have arisen. It could have just been a whole lot of tension because you're changing, because you're starting to realign with who you truly are. So that's what I'm seeing here, Pisces. It almost feels like a sense of going against the grain, but that's because, your external reality is yet to change to become a vibrational match for you. Right, now the blocks or challenges, we have the Seven of Swords and the Lovers. Now, guys, the Lovers, for many of you, this could be playing out in romantic relationships. It's one of the big areas of our lives. The Lovers, it can be about close partnerships, friends, colleagues, and that as well. But also the Lovers, before it was a card just of sort of soulmates and twin flames and that kind of thing in the tarot, it was a card of very, very big decisions around matters of the heart, right? So there could be a big decision that is needing to be made here, maybe to move away from an energy that you feel is maybe just not being clear with you, is not being honest with you, is not authentic. The Seven of Swords, there's many, many levels to this card, Pisces. However, for me, it can be anywhere from somebody who's a little bit two-faced or just, doesn't back their words, to somebody who's actually physically taking or manipulating, or cheating, all those kinds of things. So you'll need to relate it to your personal situation because there's many different things here that can happen. Now, with two number sevens in this reading, seven in tarot is a number of understanding and attainment. So I feel like the challenge here really is to gain understanding of what's really going on behind the scenes in this situation, because I feel like you're not getting the full story, or you're getting the illusion, the Seven of Cups. You're getting kind of the external projection of that. So that is something that's definitely possible. And, with the attainment, as being, a challenge, it's like, whatever it is that you are truly hoping to attain out of the situation, for some reason has been held at an arm's length or has not materialized. And I think you're starting to now make a big decision of, okay, well, I'm kind of seeing that I've invested a lot of, time, effort, and energy, my personal power in this situation, but it's not being received, or it's being used against me. It's just not constructive, and maybe I can never achieve what I really wanted to and what I really hoped and expected to get from this situation, whether it is a career, whether it is a partnership. So that's what I'm seeing there, Pisces. So the advice from Spirit or Tarot. The Four of Swords, which we have a double up of in this reading, and the Empress, Major Arcana number 3. Backed up by the Oracle cards here, guys. So Spirit or Tarot is saying, Pisces, you need to take a pause on this at the moment, right? You need to take 5. You need to just take a moment out away from the situation if you can. So if you can take a couple of days where you don't see this person, you don't connect with this energy, that would be ideal, because it's asking you to take this little pause, not only to regather your energy, but to seek answers within, right? To seek your own counsel, your own sacred wisdom. And that is where I feel that you will get the clarity that you need to move forward. And there could have been some hurts in the situation. The Seven of Swords can be deception. It can be, it can be deception, but there's levels to that as well. It might not necessarily be something huge. It can just be, this person is just not delivering what they promised on. Is that a deception? I think it is a kind of deception. So the Three of Swords, there's a link there to that sadness, maybe to a little bit of healing that needs to take place, right? You're getting into a position where you want to lay a new foundation, something more solid, something more steady. Now you've got the Ace of Swords underneath you. And for me, this is the breakthrough, the insight, the clarity that will come to you when you take this pause, right? That is your wisdom there. That is your inspiration. That is your new battle plan for you to move forward in this situation in a much more positive direction. And the Empress is a beautiful combination for this Pisces because she really is a card of blessings and abundance, and she is the new manifestation. Number 3, she's the new desires. You know, we've got 3 here, we've got 3 swords, so it's asking you, what direction do you want to move in? What do you truly want to materialize? Because this is the energy that can make it happen and actually birth it into the physical world, rather than dealing with energies that are just saying things and not delivering, right? And maybe it's time for you to take control and rely on yourself to create what you want, rather than, I feel like there was a little bit of reliance on somebody else to create the dream. So it's your turn to create the dream for yourself and really tune into what you want now, and then go about making it happen. So the outcome energy here, the Lovers again and the 5 of Swords, right? Couple of things here. The 5 of Swords says to me, you know what? It's time to put down that battle sword, to retreat your energy from whatever the situation is that we started to explore, because there's no winning here. This is a card of victory that comes at a cost, and it says if we pursue this situation, then, you know, there's no winning. There's no good outcome here, basically. So it's knowing when to quit so we can release ourselves from the stresses, from the tension, which could be with this lover, but that could be the big decision here, to move away from the situation for good. And I really feel that's when we're going to get that Sun energy. I wouldn't mind just choosing one more card for that, around that Lover's energy, to see if we can get a little bit more information on that, Pisces. Clarify Lovers. Too many, it's a stack. I mean, that is the Ace of Wands on top. However, I like to get the single cards, guys. There it goes. Yeah. Okay. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's through making this decision, this heartfelt decision, I feel, to move away from the situation. That is what is going to bring you into balance, and that is what is going to right maybe a karmic injustice. Either way, it's going to get those scales of life back into balance. So that's what I'm seeing here. There is a sense of needing to come back into balance here, right? So maybe this was a very uneven situation that you were dealing with. But let's not forget that the Sun, you know, was coupled with that 5 of Wands as your overarching energy. And it says, you know what, this is going to work out in your favor. You know, you will overcome this challenge as long as you know, make those good decisions for yourself. You know, the Sun really is a guiding light. It says that you are being guided through this, Pisces. And yes, you may feel vulnerable. However, the future looks bright and there is healing on the horizon. There is new abundance here. So we just really need to make, you know, the really good decisions to try and, you know, see things clearly this month and not get swept away in the illusion. But divine guidance is on your side, and just keep in mind that, you know, that sacred wisdom within you is your own true guidance system, and you can tune into that at any time. And sometimes it's through that rest, through that pause, that we are able to access that Buddha within. Okay, Pisces, I am going to leave it there, and I do hope you enjoyed the reading. I feel like it was a more specific one this month, so it may not be everyone's reading. That's absolutely okay. If you're called to share, please do leave me a comment. I read them all and try and respond to as many as I can. Helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies, and I will see you back here throughout the month for plenty more readings.